Page 82, Moon on the Water. First lesson in Unit 7, we're moving right along. And again, it's a new unit, so if there's anything you're confused about from previous, this is a good time to go back and review it all again, and review the lessons again. Take your time going through this book. However, for this lesson, they're introducing a couple new notes for the treble clef. At the top, the C and the E. They're also introducing you to the word face. Now you'd think they would introduce you to the word face back toward the beginning of the book when you're trying to learn all these notes. Well, you didn't need to learn all these notes in the beginning of the book. You can learn them as we're going through them. But there are helps to remember the notes on the lines, the notes in the spaces, and you can Google them, you can look them up. But for treble clef in the spaces, they spell out the word face, F-A-C-E. F-A-C-E. The lines, they don't spell out a word. You can make up a sentence that where each word starts with that letter here. Every good boy does fine. That's how we do it. For the names of the lines, every good boy does fine. You don't really have time to figure them out each time. You just need to memorize the notes. Now, bass clef has other things, and you can look those up if you want. But you need to know the C and the E now, because we're going to start using those. Now, let's see what's going on in the water here. I look it over. It's a page and a line long. Treble bass clef, 3/4 time signature. Quarter notes, eighth notes, dotted half notes. We've had all that before, and the pedal, of course. So let's go through the system that I use and learn it, I guess. I'm going to take both hands at the same time because it's usually one hand or the other playing. The left hand starts it with fifth finger on F, and that puts you here. And the right hand is thumb on F, that puts you here. We're in F position. And it's 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. And then the left hand comes over to play the E. Right hand stays right there. 2, 3, and as the right hand plays that one, the left hand comes back to do it again. Like so. I don't see anything really tricky about this. Let's look at the last line on page 83. Measures 17, you're here, and then you have the F chord here. All 4 notes at the same time. And how do I know that's an F chord? What's going on? What? All we've had is C, and C sus 4. What? Well, what I did, remember a C chord is every other note with the bottom note is C? Well, an F chord is every other note with the bottom note is F. It works the same way. And they don't have to be in this arrangement, they just have to be these note names. They could be anywhere. So the measure 18, we have these notes. Well, there's the F, and there's the A, and there's the C. I'm playing another F. You can play more than one note. It doesn't change the chord. It's still F. So this, all I've done is taken that F chord and put the C up here. And then I added another F. That's an F chord. Now you can't tell the bottom note identifies the chord here because it's not necessarily every other note. You have to rearrange it. So first I get rid of the double. I don't want 2 Fs. I get rid of that one. And then the A, I put the A down here. Now it's every other note. Now the bottom note identifies the chord, F. So it's an F chord. Take my word for it, it is. And then the last 2 measures are tied, so you hold those down forever or until the end of the song, whichever. Now that's basically it. You go through and get the notes and the rhythms okay. You have to look down at the keyboard when you move your hand around. That's okay. But otherwise, you shouldn't have to look at the keyboard. As far as the articulation goes, this is all pretty connected. Just connect it. If you want to lift up, but at the end, like taking a breath, a new phrase. You can do lift up between the phrases. If you can feel the phrases, lift up. The last line, you can't really do much with these, just play them. You can't connect them, and they're not new phrases or nothing, so you just play them. Then the dynamics, moderately loud, MF, mezzo forte, and then you have hairpins that go up, get louder, go up to loud and back down. So moderately loud, and going up to loud. That's loud. Remember, on these matching hairpins, I look in the middle of them, and I look to see what note or notes are there, and that's my target. That's where I'm headed. In this case, it's the E. Also, remember, they don't always put the hairpins exactly where they go. You've got to follow the music and what makes musical sense as to where the loudest part is. So it's here. That's it. And then come down a little bit. And then now, you're going to echo that from measure 5. Now you're soft, and you're staying soft. Stay soft. And measure, 11, you come up a little bit, moderately, start soft and come up to moderately soft. Here. So you just come up a little bit, and now on measure 13, you're moderately loud, like you were at the beginning, and you're going to go up to loud and back down. Measure 17, moderately soft. Measure 18, moderately soft. Now it's soft. You see, when you get to the hairpins, at the beginning of the hairpin, you don't change yet. That's where the change starts. So you're not changing there, you're changing after you're in the hairpin. So in measure 17, I'm moderately soft. In measure 18, I'm still moderately soft here. Now you can hear the music, the sound, the notes. I'll get there, give me a minute. Die away. So it's going down to soft for you. Just match it if you can. As far as the speed goes, they don't give you one. Use your imagination. Moon on the water, whatever that is. I guess it's a gentle. You're not in a storm here. It's a clear night. Gentle flow of maybe a lake, not the ocean, a lake water or something, a pond or something. Gentle about that. I'd play it different depending on how many coffees I've had or how much wine or beer I've had. It's just whatever. Feel it on the speed, on everything actually. Now the pedal, they're telling you to push it down at the beginning and leave it down for the whole thing. They want it misty, foggy, and this is an effect. I'm not going to show the pedal if that's all they're going to do. You can push it down right after you play the first note and just leave it down till the end. Something like that. There is a note at the bottom of page 83. Transpose it to C pentascale. Well, the idea is you're basically using the same fingers and finger numbers, except you're in C position here. See, that's all. It's C chord, and you're adding the B on top, and you're playing these notes. You can do that if you want. Let's play it together very slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the louds and softs. I'm just going to play the notes and rhythms. And I'm not going to do the pedal because you can hear it better without the pedal. You can do the pedal on your own. I'll give us 3 counts. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Tie. 2, 3. off. There is a duet for this at the bottom of the page. I'd like to play that, and you play what you just played. We're going to go a little faster, and again I need you to go up an octave on the keyboard. So just pretend that middle C instead of here is here. So instead of here, you're up here. Play it all up here. I'll give us 3 counts. Now keep in mind the duet part is different than yours. So you have to pay attention to what you're doing and stay focused. But you have to listen to me to stay with me. So that takes a little practice, getting used to that kind of thing. So I think duets are a great idea. 1, ready, go.